Okay, so in today's talk, we'll discuss the load balancer. It's a very, very important concept. Like, in interview, they ask this question most of the time. And okay, first we'll cover the theory part. I'll show you some
Okay.
of the things, and I'll show you some of the. I'll just go to the image. Okay, this is the one. This is what I want to show you. Okay, so the load actually from the through the diagram also, yeah, I think you can come to where is it? Hmm. Through the diagram also, you'll come to know what it it is doing. Okay. See, if you'll see here, like there are lots of servers out there. Okay. Imagine this is the Flipkart. Okay. This is the
Okay.
Flipkart for you. And these
Okay.
are all the servers where you have the applications. Okay. This is just kind of DNS name. Okay, I'll show you just a bit and then we'll come to this. See how it works now.
Load balancer, right?
Today we are discussing load balance.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is also going to be asked in interview at the time of
Absolutely.
interview.
Array, this is a very important concept. This is the like one of the they're gonna ask you like I'll tell you the interview question as well, like what they're gonna ask and how they're gonna ask. Okay, load balancer today we are
Okay.
discussing, and it's very important concept as far as the real time scenario is concerned. I'll tell you why. Okay, I'll just show you this thing and then we'll come back to that diagram which I showed you. Okay, just imagine
Sure.
this is okay. This is the one, and this is the one. Okay, imagine okay I think they made a mistake. One second. Okay, this is the one. This is the one. Okay, and uh, now imagine these are the users. Okay, these are the users. User one, user two. Okay. Now you're trying to access the Flipkart application. Okay. Now what will happen now? And this is a server. This is the server. This is a server for you. Okay. Now today we are doing the load balancing concept. Now what are things in front of you? Now this is your user one. This is a user two. This is a server. And now come to this part. This is nothing but a kind of imagine earlier. No, there was just like only the DNS name. The DNS name is like domain name service. The Flipkart.com. Imagine this. I think made a little bit mistake here. I should have drawn this diagram. Imagine earlier it was this was the only thing you had Flipkart.com. Okay, only the thing. Earlier the flip that load balancers were not there. Okay, now what you used to do, you just go through these two user one user two. Okay, and then you go to the Flipkart and you hit to the server. Now again to the same stuff what we discussed last time. The big billion days. How see imagine that when the big billion days comes, definitely the users will be more, right? Users will be
Exactly. Correct.
more than 10, more than 100, probably 1,000 and all. Okay, you just cannot hit the server to the just only the one server, right? Because if you
Yeah.
do that, then server will be crashed, right? So okay,
Okay.
so now new what the innovation has done, they created more servers. Okay, they created more servers. The application is running here. Okay, now again it happened like it sometimes it's happening over here, sometimes it's happening here. Okay, there was a like that was not an not even distribution. Okay, uneven distribution. Imagine this is imagine you're hitting to the Flipkart.com and through that some component it it redirecting the request to the this server, redirecting to the now to the this server, again it redirecting to the this server. Again, it redirecting to the this server. So what is happening here? These servers are empty. Like these servers are not in use. So what a load balancer does, it actually distributing your network, your request. It was an even distribution.
Okay.
It was an even distribution. Okay, it was actually an even distribution. What is going to happen now? Like even if there'll be 10 servers, so two comes here, 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 two comes here. Or probably if the odd number, then this server might get one only, and rest of the things will have two. So what will happen? There'll be no outage time. Outage is like there'll be no downtime of the servers. So the user will have very good experience with their website at the Flipkart.com. You understood this concept, right?
Yeah,
What I
understood. I got it.
okay,
Yeah, I
fine.
got it.
Okay, here also the same thing only. Okay,
So,
yeah,
so my question is, for example, sorry to interrupt you,
yeah,
Ashok
please
bhai.
tell me, please tell me.
The more traffic increases in the website, as you said, Flipkart, so the more number of users get increased, so it get distributed to the servers accordingly. It balance the loads, basically. Correct.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. This is gonna happen.
Okay.
This will happen.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Now, let's go back to this one now. Okay. So here, so this is the one, like the servers will be there. Okay, the users will be there, and this is the load
Okay.
balancer, which is actually evenly distributing the user request to the servers. Some of might be in the cloud, some of might be in the container. Container we'll study in the Docker part. Okay, this is the container. Some of, might be in the bare metal, which I told you, the normal server. When we convert the normal server to the HTTP server, you remember I told you the bare metal, right? So these are all the stuffs. Okay, you understood, right?
Right.
What are the load
Right.
balancers are, right? So let's go
Right.
to, so imagine if I talk about the in the very general scenario and all, you remember, like if you are staying at some place and you are giving the rent on your own, what's going to happen? You are giving the rent on your own. The rent is around 30,000. What is going to happen? You're paying 30,000 from your own pocket. But what will happen if the two members you have joined it? Then you got the rent sharing. So what will happen? 10K got divided. So what is the thing? Right? For you the balance is, the load becomes less now. Okay, now you have to pay only 10,000. Okay, you got the
Okay.
concept, right? What is trying to say? So it is actually an
Understood.
even distribution of work. It'll be like no overutilization of the servers, or it will be no underutilization of the servers. So like the request will be there on the each servers in a very uniform way. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
fine. Okay, let's go to the load balancer. Load balancer. I will tell you what are the interview questions they're gonna ask.
Okay.
Okay. So okay, this is the load balancer. If you come to this thing, you can select, you can type it here, the load balancer. Okay, it'll come here. Okay, you just create this,
Okay.
you just write this down, create load balancer. Okay, okay. Now you come to the main part. Here, these are different. There are actually four types of load balancer: application load balancer, network load balancer, gateway load balancer, and the one is classic load balancer. But the problem is like it's a previous generation. It has been like now it's not in use. Means like the services are already been there, so you have to go to the application or network or gateway. Uh,
Okay.
okay, it is like they are the advanced one, so that's why it's clearly written as previous generation. Usually, if I'm telling you, they're gonna ask the difference between the application load balancer and the network load balancer and the gateway load balancer. What is actually the difference between? Okay,
Okay.
they're gonna ask it. I'm telling you on paper. I can tell you this is the one of the topmost question. What is the and this is the most topmost question. What is the difference between the application load balancer and the network load balancer?
Okay.
Okay. Now you got the point, right? What are the things? See, here also we are doing the same thing. The user is coming and going to the load balancer and it hitting the servers. Okay. Now comes to the next
Okay.
part. When we're talking about the application load balancer, it actually deals with the two types of applications. The protocols which is coming, it's HTTP and HTTPS, hypertext transfer protocol, hypertext transfer protocol secured. Okay, so
Okay.
what is the thing? Like most of the time, like we have seen, like the Java web applications, they are actually mostly the web applications, like the Myntra, the Flipkart, and all those the web applications. They actually deal in the with HTTP and all, right? So these are things like nothing but like they are these are the applications we have to the protocol. These are the protocol which we have to careful about, and in application load balance they use the HTTP and HTTPS only. Okay, this is the one.
Okay.
And if our requirement is like okay service, okay performance, at that point we can go to the application load balancers. Okay, and if we want very good speed and all, at that point like, we can go for the TCP, UDP, and TLS. So TCP is nothing but a transaction control protocol. UDP is user data uh, protocol. No, user data program. I'm sorry. TLS.
Okay.
TLS is I'm not sure. What is the TLS? I'm not sure. What is TLS for? Transport layer security. Okay. Transport layer security. Okay. TLS is transport layer security. So this is also one important question. What is the difference between TCP and UDP? TLS, I don't think they have never asked me this TLS and all, but they have asked me this question too many times. The TCP and UDP. Okay,
Okay, TCP
okay.
and UDP.
UDP,
Okay.
what is the difference between TCP and UDP? So
आपके
I'll tell
पास
you what
नोट्स है ना इसके?
I have the notes. You don't worry about it. I have
नो
the notes.
वरीज,
Okay, I have the notes,
क्योंकि
and
मैंने आज तक कुछ लिखा नहीं है बुक में इसलिए.
no worries, no worries. Anyway, see, whenever you go through the topics and all, no, whenever you actually see the video and whenever you go through the topic, at least if I have not mentioned anywhere about the interview questions, okay, you please call me or you just put the question in the this thing. Like, is there any question related to this topic for the interview purpose? I'll mention. Sometimes I may skip it, right? Because I'm actually I don't know. Sometimes it can come like okay, it quite usual. I may forget it, but at least if you're going through the topic, make sure you just tell me what are the interview questions from this application load balancer on internet network and load balancer. Sorry, the load balancer. Is there an interview question? I'll mention. If I'm not mentioned in the video, please ask me there itself. Okay, in the group or you can ask me directly. Okay,
डेफिनेटली.
fine. So HTTP and HTTPS, well, it deals with HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTPS. So whenever we are looking for OK speed and OK performance, at that point we have to go with the application load balancer. Okay. When we talk about the very high speed and very high end, networking and all those things, stuff and all, at that point we have to go with the TCP and UDP. So the question is like, what is the difference between TCP and UDP? So TCP is like it's wired one. It's a wired one. Wired one means it means what like when we it goes through the optical fiber. When we talk about UDP, UDP is not they don't use the optical fiber. They completely the wireless connection.
ओके.
Okay, okay, this is the one. And this is a TLS like transport layer control, transport layer security. So it's just like they actually deal with the security part. Okay, so this is like you will see, this is mostly the TCP protocol. If they use the optical fiber, here if they talk about the UDP part, they mostly they talk about the wireless connection. Okay, coming to gateway load balancer, and yeah, mind you, this is network load balancer. It's very expensive, and even if you're doing the practice call, I'll show you how to what are the practices and all. When you're doing the practice and all, so at that point, make sure you delete all the stuff. Just go through it and make sure you delete it. It's very expensive as compared to application load balancer. It's very expensive because it comes with a very high speed and very high end network and all. Okay.
अंडरस्टूड. या.
Okay. Coming to the gateway load balancers, now gateway load balancers nothing but when you deal with the third party software services. Third party software services, I mean to say you are going through the you have developed the application, but when you have to use the load balancer now, you are getting the load balancer from some different organization. You have your own load balancer. You might have developed the load balancer now, so you are not using the Amazon's load balancer for here. So this is nothing but like gateway load balancer. And here also the speed is very depends upon the third party software how they are offering it. Okay, but here again I'm telling you, most important it's the asterisk mark, the interview question. What is the difference between the application load balancer and the network load balancer? Okay,
अंडरस्टूड. या.
fine. Okay, now this is the one, and okay, okay. So let's start the practicals properly. I'll take away this again. This is the one. What is left? Something is left. So yeah, means like what is it? Something is left.
टॉपिक
Yeah, yeah.
इंटरेस्टिंग है लोड बैलेंसर.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what like they're gonna ask it like because you have to work in the operation part. So what they're gonna do is like they'll ask you to create the if I wish I could have told you because that's in my different laptop. That's the problem. Okay, that's in a different laptop. So that I could have shown you the diagram, the load balancer, how they are actually redirecting the traffic to the EC2 instance through the load balancer. I wish I would have shown you, but that's in a different laptop. Okay, so so see so like the this thing the TLS is like the transport layer protocol, if I am able to recall, it's like, it actually encrypts the data over the internet. Okay, that is the security part. If you'll see, it is widely designed a facilitate privacy and data security. So it actually encrypts the data. If I'm able to recall, that's actually TLS is actually it encrypts the data. Okay, data over the internet. Okay, so that is the main thing. Okay, so let's go to the our load balances part. Okay, so you understood, right? What are the things I have told you? The theory part, you understood, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, let's go here. So I will. Okay, so here, so I'll write load balancer. Okay, I'm starting with a very basic scratch, so it will be really not this one. So load balancer, right? So that is fine. Okay, so load balancer. Okay, so what you gonna do? I'll do the create load balancer. Okay, and which one you have to create? The application, the network, the gateway, or the this one. So this one, anyway, previous generation we are not going to touch it. Okay, they are not gonna, you don't expect any questions from here anyway. So
Okay.
but if they'll ask you, oh sorry, I forgot to tell you more about this thing. How many types of load balancers is there? And you have to tell four types. Okay, application, network,
Okay.
gateway, and
Classic.
classic load balancer. And you can tell them like it's the previous generation, it's not in use, and this is the one. Application, load balancer, network, and gateway, and mostly they are gonna deal with application because mostly they actually work with their web application, Java web application. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so let's go with it, and I'm going application load balancer. I'm creating it.
Okay.
Okay, this is the load balancer, and you give the load balancer. We are doing application load balancer, application LB. Okay, this is the one. Internet facing. The scheme is nothing but internet facing internet. That means what? Like, the internet is coming from where? The internal application is happening over here, or you're coming from the internet. So definitely we are it's over the internet is coming. So we selected the internet. IP address, the
Okay.
IPv4. The IPv4 like the dual stack. The IPv4 is like, if we are dealing with the only IPv4 or the dual stack means we are using the both. So I'm going with the IPv4. So here it's coming the VPC. You can select the default VPC over here. Okay, what are the VPC you have? We'll discuss that in network for what is VPC and all. Okay, for the time I have told you, right, in the last class I told you how how we design our VPC part, right? So in the very same way, so your application will come under VPC only. Whatever you will design, whatever networking you will design, it will come under VPC only. Okay, so this
Okay.
is the one. Okay,
Okay.
and these are the your zones. So you just select all of them, see, because your user that request can go to anywhere. So I've
Okay.
selected all of them. Okay,
Okay.
okay, and the security group. Okay, so again, okay, we'll come to the. I'll tell you the security group. I'll choose here web server. I'll tell you. Okay, because if you see here, what is happening here? The user sending the request, but it is redirected to which one? These are what are these? I have told you. What are these?
These are the
Servers. I've written
servers.
servers.
Yeah, this is the
Yes,
servers. Yeah.
servers, right? These are the servers. These are all the servers. Okay. So when you redirect the request to the servers, so automatically first what you have to do, you have to create the this thing,
Application.
the servers first.
Okay.
I'll go to the EC2. I'll create the servers first.
Okay.
Where it will
Instance.
redirect to the servers. It will redirect to the server only, right? So this is the one.
Yes.
So okay. So if you remember why I not deleted the web server part, because this thing only like will come into the picture. What are the things will be there? Okay, I'll tell you something. Okay. I just user. I'll go into the user data. You'll see here. You remember I wrote these things and all. Hash bin bash yum install. I converted the bare metal into the
Yes. 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 I
web server.
remember. I
No?
remember.
Remember?
Yes.
So these are the things which we have mentioned here. Okay. So if it's okay. So so if I'll try to run this. Let's start it because so today we'll create the two servers. The one server is already there. Okay. Let's take class for 5 more minutes and then we'll disconnect. Okay. Whatever we have covered, we'll do that. Else we'll cover it in the next class. Okay.
Okay.
It's in pending state. It's running now. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll create the if you remember I covered this topic. I will cover the will create the image of it. I'm not creating the another server from the scratch. I'm just creating the image of it. Okay. So we'll get the
Okay.
replica of it. What are the software plus backup will be there? We'll get the replica of it. Okay. I'm creating the image. HTTPD server. Okay. Image name. That's optional. Enable this thing now, and that's all. I'll create the image. Okay. So if we'll go to the AMI, this is AMI Amazon machine image, the one which you just created. I just created just now. It's in the pending state. State is pending. So once it will be available, only then I can start. I'm able to use it. Okay.
Understood.
So okay. Yeah. So if you go to the instances, okay. So here I have used the. If I show you, I've selected this web server and I'm going to the security part. I'll go to the security part. Web server LG. Web server LG. The one which I've used just now here only. The
Yes. Yes.
web
Correct.
server LG. Okay. Web server security group. Okay. If I'll go here, so if you see here, what are the things I've opened here? What are the ports I have opened here? 80 HTTP.
HTTP.
Yeah. HTTPS 443 and the SSL. If you remember the HTTP and HTTPS, so that thing, the one which I told you,
Right.
the load
Yes.
balancer
Yes. Yes.
80 and 443, right? That is the reason because it deals only with the application load balancer, it deals with the HTTP and HTTPS. That is the reason I opened these two ports. Okay, that's why I took the web server. If anyway is selected, it doesn't matter. You can set more than that, but I've selected this. This is my user of it right now. So that is the reason I've selected it. Okay, let's go here next down. Okay, let's see if they have opened it. The request will come from the port number 80. It will hit the port number 80. That is the reason. Okay, the target group. Okay, the thing is, okay, do we have? No, we don't have it. So it will go here, EC2 instances. Okay, so this one. So I'll do the, one second. Let me go to the AMI first. Is it, it's still in pending. Okay, Zulme, I think let's cut the class today. I'll catch up you catch you in some time. Most probably because it's already been done. Like it will take some time, and anyway you have a meeting at 11, right?
No worries. No worries.
ठीक है
No
ना?
problem,
So
Asad.
you
Sure.
can see that status in pending. I don't know how
It's
much time
it's
it will take,
pending.
right? So
Correct.
I will resume the class from this. I'll remember that I'll write somewhere like we have created this thing and we have to go through the target servers. Okay, you remember that? Okay. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. Don't worry, I'll do the practicals. So in that time, so you'll come to know like at least you know now like what are the load balance and we have covered the theory part, so you'll understood like what are the things and what's happening over here, right? Okay.
Correct.
चलो ठीक है, let's
Yes,
cut the
great.
class and I'll
Thank you
stop
so
the
much, Asad. I'm really sorry. आज मैं really